Katsuharu.
There you are. I wasn't sure if I was going to find you from the description you gave me.
I still haven't had to do any voices.
Well, maybe you could remedy that.
No. You really wanted to voice the old guy when we started, so you have to voice the old guy now.
Your hands are tiny.
Shut up! God! I can't help being small! We're watching... you're bringing out my Edward Elric. Shut up! Don't call me small!
What is this music?
I don't know.
Right, Well, this corner's where I do business. You could have asked anyone if they would have told you where to find me. I see. Oh, look, I have teeth. Now, would you like for your ice cream? What would you like for your ice cream? I'm sorry, I'm a bit senile.
Really?
Well, what do you have to offer? What I have to offer? Plums, of course. What else would I have? Okay. As for the main dish, I have ice cream, gelato, frozen yogurt, frozen custard, sorbet, sandwiches, popsicles, margarine, sherbet, and cold taffy. No cold and hoo. Hello.
What the fuck? What the fuck is a hello?
Right. Besides, I can offer you waffles, sticks, pretzels, cup, water cones, cake cones, wafer cones, cake cones, sugar cones, chocolate coated cones, double cones of vanilla cones.
Look at his teeth.
That's a lot of variety you have there. And I haven't even started out on about the toppings. Now you know why I have to keep dragging this big cart everywhere. Full of plums.
Get a voice of the gay bitch! Okay. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but we're closed.
You don't look closed.
But we are.
I really want to buy an ice cream though. Please, it's really hot. I'll pay twice as much.
Why is the music getting more and more energetic?
I kind of
it's because
like
they're getting angry. It's like an anime stare down. Sorry, we are closed.
I hurt my throat. Can you at least tell me when you're going to be open?
When I feel like it. Now, off I go.
He doesn't like fries. But...
Katsuharu waved a claw dismissively. Off you go.
Sheesh, whatever.
Bitch.
I see how it is. I'll just go and jump into a lake or something.
Why did you come here when you're closed? Well, this isn't my spot. It's been for a long time. I'll open for those pesky customers later. But right now I have a guest to entertain. I mean, it's not like I need to make a living. I have my pension. Of $1,100,000.
1,100,000?
Yes.
That's a lot.
I'm senile. I see. How long have you been doing this? I've been in this business for over 40 years now. Oh. Wow. He's so unsuccessful. He's been an ice cream salesman his whole life. And he's already senile. I should go. You see...
Wait, he's only 40? No, he's got to be like 80 something.
You see, I'm this town's only real ice cream vendor. sure you could just go into a store and buy any pre-made ice cream nowadays, but it's just not the same. My customers know that. They love my ice cream. Of course, I don't just sell it, I also do ice cream parties and catering.
Him do parties? They're
Ice
wild.
cream parties. Only for very special occasions. The townsfolk must really
Big
like your ice cream, Ben.
I would read that sentence
yes.
through again.
Business has been wonderful for decades. Lately, though, everything just seems to be going down. Why is that? Every day, less customers find their way to me. If I don't sell everything, things start to spoil and I have to throw them away. I never had to do that before. If it keeps going like this for much longer, I might have to face the reality of bankruptcy. Oh, I was planning to retire in a few days, but I can't. Not like this.
Ah, that's what it is. It's whenever I press F2.
Ah.
It wouldn't be nearly as bad if I hadn't also lost all my savings recently.
There goes
Oh,
his
no!
pension.
Wait. Oh no. What happened?
Well, I happen to be an avid player of a game called Mahjong, and just as it so happens,
They have
sometimes people
Mahjong?
play it for money too.
They have mahjong?
I guess so. You lost all your life savings by gambling.
That's the funny thing about gambling. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you win big and sometimes you lose all your savings. That's how it works.
I see.
Oh, you idiot senile.
How did you decide to become an ice cream vendor anyway?
Lost a bet.
Oh, I have quite a history, human, so I'd hope you're prepared.
Oh no.
Well, I am an ambassador, so if you have a story to tell, I'll listen.
As you wish.
Kill me now. Oh no, monologue time.
You see, I have very fond memories of my childhood. When I was little, we had a confectioner in town who offered all kinds of specialties, from cookies and sweets to cakes and chocolates. He was also a kiddie fiddler. Fiona was a kind old dragoness who made everything that was sold in her shop with her own 2 claws.
What? She only had 2 claws? Wow, what did she do?
Her confectionery was always very good, but it was our ice cream that was truly exceptional.
Let's hope it wasn't made from her breast milk.
Dragons don't have breasts.
It's a joke.
I know, but
Even as a small child, I could always taste the difference. Even when my parents didn't care and proclaimed one ice cream as good as the next. As I grew up, I came to a fundamental understanding about people. There are those who are content with the lowest common denominator, and those, like me, who could appreciate the finer details in expertly crafted things.
that's you in a few years.
I talked with her when I heard of her plans to retire, to see if someone else was to continue running the shop, or she'd taken in an apprentice. But to my utter dismay, I learned that this was not the case. You see, she was the kind of humble person who didn't think to herself or her wares as special in any kind of way, so she never felt the need to preserve them. I realized that without my intervention, her art would be lost forever. I begged and pleaded with her not to let this happen, but she insisted that I had vastly overestimated her skill. It was not until I ran out and brought her some of the store-bought pulp of dead ice cream that she gave in and agreed with me. As a creator, she of course never felt the need to buy some for herself when she could just make her own, and after only eating her own wonderful ice cream for obvious, it had just become ordinary for her. She had never realized how exceptional it truly was. Even though she was already at retirement age at the time, she took me in as an apprentice to teach me the fine art of confectionery. I was her student for a few years, and the basics of my many different recipes. But unfortunately, she passed away before I could learn the secrets of her particular blend of ice cream. For the next couple of years, I traveled from city to city, trying to find her relatives or confectioners of a similar caliber in order to find the last ingredients of her recipe. Going from one disappointment to the next, I finally tracked down a distant nephew who remembered her from his own childhood. Even back then, her ice cream had apparently been very popular in the family. He was very happy to hear she was still able to fulfill her dream of owning her own confectionery. However, after he told me that the recipe was the confectioner's own, but she never divulged it to anyone else, I had to realize that this was a secret she had apparently taken with her to the grave. Nowadays, people tell me I have surpassed her. What they don't know is that all the different recipes I use, all the varieties I offer, came to be when I tried to recreate her recipe. I never succeeded. I yearn to commit seppuku. Just look at the number of different ice creams I sell. People tell me how impressive that is and how they are all wonderful. They think it makes me better than her, but she only ever sold a single flavor, a single variety. She never needed anything else because that one flavor was perfect. I can only ascribe my own success to what I learned from her. Of course, this corner is not the only place where I sell the ice cream. I also have my spots in the surrounding villages, but even out there I can slowly see the influence of the cities taking over. The trouble is, nowadays people just don't appreciate the art anymore. They only care what they can eat, and not about what they eat. They're too quick to settle for what they can get from the local supermarkets. Ugly, mass-manufactured pulp. Ugh. You know, some of those companies have approached me before. They wanted to buy my recipes, but I won't ever ruin what I have by making it cheap and easy to produce like the stuff they sell. My ice cream is only what it is because I... Oh. Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, my ice cream is only what it is because I still make it myself with my own two hands. I don't have hands. I have feet. This is the way it has been and how it's always going to be.
You mentioned you were planning to retire in a few years. What's going to happen then? Do you have any students who will take over the business afterwards? The dragon gave a big sigh.
That's a yawn.
I know.
But I'm tired from this voice.
I'm Bush. I've had a few students who wanted to learn the art, but they all gave up sooner or later.
Why is that?
I may be very forgiving, but recipes aren't. Some steps require manual labor. People don't expect the harsh conditions that come with the job. Many apply only because they know how successful I am or how much I sell on a hot day, but they don't see all the work that goes on behind the scenes. I see the same influence of the city's corrupting the youth of today. They're lazy and seek instant gratification, wanting to make the recipes easier and cut corners. But I won't stand to compromise on quality. If there is no one willing to learn, appreciate, and preserve the art, it will tell me there is no desire for my ice cream in this world anymore. Let them have their cheap stuff, that's all I want. I'd rather take my recipes to the grave than let the big companies have them. I have a grandson who may be my last hope. Unlike others, he was always interested not only in eating my ice cream, but also in learning what it took to make it. In a year or two, he will be old enough to become my apprentice if he dies. I'm not sure if his interest will still be present. Even if it is, I don't know if he will be able to brave the hardships that come with it. But I have hope. However, that is talk for the future. I have much more pressing problems right now.
Like what?
You see, this area used to be a popular spot for people to meet each other, but ever since Tatsu Park opened, it's not worth it to come to my corner anymore. The store is closing now.
Maybe you shouldn't count on the people seeking you out. You should try coming to the people instead. That's what a cart is usually for, right? Have you tried moving it somewhere else?
Moving?
What's moving?
Well, that's what the wheels are for, right?
But this has been my spot for the last 40 years. It's always worked out great for me.
Considering it's not working out so great now, maybe it's time for a change. The dragon raised a claw to his chin. His expression told me that he was deep in thought. Then he slit his throat.
Oh, I guess I don't really have anything to build at this point. What do you propose?
I don't propose anything. I'm not marrying you.
I'm gonna propose to Ridey. That's my left hand. Hello, Ridey. He is making a wanking motion with his right hand. That's the funny.
Well, that's what right hands are for.
Only that.
Only that.
Unless you're lefty. Even then, I don't know.
I'm not sure how I let you convince me to come here when this is a place that stole all my customers from me.
I don't think that's the right way to look at it. The world is ever changing and you can't stop that. You have to find ways to deal with it, or else you're going to be left behind in the past.
My trousers are annoying me.
It's too easy to just blame the change and be done with it. You shouldn't really be so quick to give up, you know?
But all my criminals over other corner is my spot. How are we going to find me here?
I think the people who will buy some ice cream will spread the word.
You think so?
It's summer. I'm sure there are tons of people around who'd like to buy an ice cream right now. Like Bryce.
You've turned him away, though.
Well, if you think I can sell ice cream better than me. Wait. Well, if you think you can sell ice cream better than me, then please, go right ahead.
What do you usually do?
What do you mean?
Well, what's your usual sales tactic?
I don't need to do it special. People always used to come to me. During my best times, they'd wait for my arrival in lines and I'd be sold out in minutes.
I see. I may have worked before, but these times call for different measures, I think. We set up a cart at one of the busier corners. Once it was ready, we only needed to get the word out. Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream by the one and only Katsuharu, here in Tatsu Park! Come, loud. Get some more supplies last. Ignore my bits of random words.
Ignore him coming.
It didn't take much to get. It didn't take much to make the people of the vicinity take notice.
What's happened?
The first customers arrived quickly. Of course, everyone recognized Katsuharu and loved his ice cream, but they also commended him on his new location. Others, however, were attracted by me. Ah, get away! No! No! Stop touching me there! The human that was generally under police protection, openly selling ice cream, gave people plenty of excuses to come over for a short chat. Ignore that. Soon, people were flocking to the cart, as word got around of the humans selling Katsuharu's legendary ice cream in Tatsu Park. Oh my god. Is that... Wait, is that a girl?
I'm gonna
There's eyelashes.
Let's go with the voice. They have a belt on with arty stuff. Their eyes are different colours.
Oh yeah.
Of course. One ice cream for my favorite art student.
How did you know?
I'm seeing you around. Besides, your accessories kind of gave it away.
Oh, okay.
Lamus.
He's a bit lame-us.
He's a construction worker.
I don't have any more voices. I need some ice. My colleagues are dehydrated from working in the heat.
So he's Scottish.
I don't know who's Scottish and who's not. I don't know. I'm just going.
There was one dragon you made Scottish. It was the one in the archives. What was her name? What was her name?
Oh, but this is a guy.
Yeah.
How many cups would you like?
Let's make it 10.
All right, here you go. 10 cups, plus 1 extra, just for you.
Thank you. I'll make it count. Zip. Oh, we.
Business was booming, but it wasn't until a certain person showed up that things were about to get serious. Oh.
Well, darlings, this is interesting.
Minister.
I finally get to do something. What do you think you're doing here?
Well, what does it look like?
Looks like you're selling ice cream, and since I personally know Katsuharu, I know that it's exquisite ice cream at that.
Not a bad guess.
I don't want to tell you what to do, but if the Trade Commissioner finds out about this, I won't hear the end of it. It'll probably be blathering about unfair competition and abuse of your status. I wouldn't mind his complaint, you know, but since I am in charge of your visit, it's all going to come back to me. And he's going to want an explanation.
I just wanted to help Katsuharu, that's all.
Help him? Is he in trouble?
Oh, alas, the human speaks the truth. Ever since the opening of Tatsu Park, my business has been plagued by drought and become forsaken like a desert.
Well, it's not hard to see why you kept staying at your old spot on the other side of town.
It was Honey's idea to come here.
It was a good one. You don't look like you're having much trouble here at all, my friend.
Yes, I will have to admit defeat on that front, but in hindsight, all successful ideas look like good ones.
This voice is making me smile. My friend! How could you never have told me any of this? I could have arranged something for you.
Well, you see, it's because you're a massive bitch. I'm sure you had more trouble and issues yourself than taking care of a businessman who should be able to take care of himself.
Well, I won't stand for this town's only ice cream vendor going out of business. With this new location, I don't think you'll have any more trouble. But in order to resolve this little situation here right now, I think I'll have to go with a different solution. You want to sell some ice cream, Horny? Then I'll just have to buy the rest of your inventory.
Minister must be very hungry then, or very hot. Maybe both. Well, actually, you're kind of ugly.
Look at those neck folds, neck flaps.
And those weird red speckled ears.
Yeah, ugly thing. I'm sure the other employees in my building will appreciate a little something to combat the heat. Would you mind if I borrowed this card for a while? Otherwise, I'm not sure how I would go about transporting it all safely.
Not a problem. Just let me know when I can retrieve it.
Of course. Zip.
Well, that was interesting.
This could hardly have turned out better for me. I can already feel the excitement of my glory days returning to these old bones of mine.
Oh wait, no, that's just my heart attack.
Woo, and then he died.
Sound like you two knew each other.
I'm dying, Horny. Indeed, my total ice cream is the beginning of my career.
So she's 40 at least. Talk about a long-time customer.
Over 40.
Well, I would want to. I know she not only has enjoyed my ice cream out of tradition or necessity, but also due to an appreciation of a fine arts. She's a connoisseur like me.
And she bought the whole inventory.
Yes,
Inventory?
but don't just see her as an spender. She's a true patron of the arts.
Do you like her?
Well, how dare you say like that about her? She's a muse and inspiration. Her lifestyle embodies the philosophy of my art. And you ask if I like her. Pah!
I see how it is.
Well, anyway, I spent I like on the line of the line.
Did you just have a stroke?
He starts foaming from the mouth. Uh-oh.
Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you for the help. Okay.
There's no need for that.
I'd love to do some more ice cream, but I'm afraid we're all out of the debt.
Actually, I didn't even have one earlier.
What?
Yeah, that customer you didn't want to serve interrupted us, and now Emma took the rest with her.
Oh, you're right. Oh, what a great shame. You sold all my stock. You didn't get a chance to indulge in luxury yourself.
Oh, it's no big deal.
You know, you could come by next time when I'm in town again. Now that you have saved my business, I let you eat all the ice cream you could want.
Thanks.
Well, maybe not all of it. Well, so I go bankrupt again.
You met with Katsuharu and saved his business, but who wouldn't have the prospect of free artisan ice cream?
Woo!